Hey, how do you feel after you get a car wash? Like most people, you probably feel really good. But would you ever feel good enough to open your own chain of express car washes? Well, that's what happened to Dan Kassel. Today we're in Whittier, California, visiting the first Googie Car Wash. We're going to learn how this real estate developer was able to educate himself on not only the car wash industry, but also put himself in the business of making people happy. Come on, let's go meet Dan. Hey Dan, I got to ask one key question at the beginning of this interview is, what is a Googie?
Well, Googie is the name of an architectural style that was from about the 1950s and 60s, and it has a lot of iconic images like McDonald's, In-N-Out Burger, Denny's restaurant, the theme building at LAX, even Tomorrowland at Disneyland. So it's mid-century architecture with a real flair of calling attention to itself. And that's exactly what this structure is. It was built in 1963, and it is an iconic Googie architecture car wash.
That's cool. I love the way it looks, and you can see it from both ends of the road coming in. It's very visible.
We're in a corner called 5 Points, and literally 5 streets intersect, and so we have significant traffic volume here. And yeah, the original designers wanted to call attention to itself. We have a 35-foot tall pole sign that says the 2 most important words that I learned in car wash college, which is car wash.
So this is a kind of a cool project. I see a vacant lot here. Tell a little bit about your professional history. What's your regular course of business, and how did you fall in love with the car wash business?
My regular course of business is real estate development, which we've been doing for about 25 years. Our focus had been single family communities, subdivisions, and we also started getting involved in high density housing in the core of cities like LA and San Diego. And as we started to expand, we just realized that the real estate business has a big pitfall in that there's a long time between cash inflows. You lay out a ton of money and it's sometimes years till you monetize. Around the time I was trying to solve that problem, which is about 5+ years ago, I became a customer of an existing express wash in Costa Mesa. My understanding is one of the first ones in California, and certainly the first one in Orange County. And I became a customer and was so enamored with the business model that I went there frequently. And then as I was trying to figure out a way to bridge these cash flows, all of a sudden it started to, had that light bulb, that aha moment. And then I was off to the races. And that was about 5 years ago, and did everything I could to learn about this industry. I went to first a NACS show, been to several ICA conferences, and got an opportunity to meet Paul Fazio through a guy who's in my business group, Brett Overman. And he introduced me to Paul and also to Ronnie Corbin. And I met those guys several years ago, and they were very encouraging and very supportive and embraced my interest in learning so that we could come up to speed.
What kind of complications did you find with this property here? One, it's a historical site.
The historical thing was a huge added area complication, but the overall site was just under 3 acres, and there were 4 other buildings that we demolished and went through a bunch of legislative approvals to get 60 apartments. It was kind of higher density suburban apartments, and then we went through the process of getting this project approved, but we had to go through CEQA, the California Environmental Quality Act, and we had to work with a lot of different folks on how do you rehabilitate and renovate a historic building.
I think it's really kind of a total twist, because we've got people all over the country trying to find a piece of property that they can get zoned for car washing, or find a property that they'll approve to build a new car wash. And here you are, had a car wash where they wouldn't let you tear it down. They wanted you to leave it as a car wash and keep it that way.
That's right. But I can tell you that they didn't want us to do an express wash at first, because in their code they have a prohibition for automatic washes. But from talking to so many people, including you about 3 years ago, about what is the express model and how does it differ from an automatic or a rollover, then I try to research, well, when was this code actually written? I realized this is before express washes even existed. Therefore, I could prove the point that it wasn't targeted for express, it was targeted for a rollover behind the gas station. And so they came on board, and so they allowed us to do this.
What do you have on your plans as far as club plans and promotions, memberships? What are you going to do to really market and kick it out?
Well, we have, we're calling it Infinity Pass. It's essentially like an unlimited pass, and we have it on 3 of the 4 wash packages. So we have the basic, the bright, the brighter, and the brilliant are the names, which is part of what Googie is about. It's a positive look into the future. The future is bright, so we went with this theme. And so we have the Infinity Pass at $29.99 for our top wash package. And we now already, in a few weeks, I think we got a couple hundred members in the wash club. But our goal is, to hit 1,000 in 90 days. Yep. And from a marketing standpoint, we're running ads on Facebook and Instagram. We're doing geofencing. We have sign twirling saying Car Wash Open.
The other thing we look down the tunnel. Instead of having a bunch of different signs for the different services, we've got the same little futuristic lady there telling everybody that what services they're getting.
Well, actually, the idea for a mascot was from Jim McClyman. And in our first meeting, he just asked me to have a mascot, and I was a little bit deer in the headlights, and I said, well, no, we have this iconic sign pole, and we're going to adopt that as our logo. And why would you want a mascot? And so he explained to me some of the benefits, and so we got it, and we immediately went to work on it. And so we decided we're going to come up with a robot. I think we got a little bit of inspiration from the Jetsons cartoon. They had a robot named Rosie, and she was a big clunky metal robot. And so we wanted to come up with something that was more suited to what our vision of the future is. The future is bright, just like Googie. Technology is making people's lives better, and we want a person that's going to be welcoming. And we research names, and you can actually research space names, and down the list was the name Starla. That resonated for us, so we picked that name. There was a lot of excitement about it, and through Sonny's and Mr. Foamer, we all got fired up, and we created these bigger than life-size images for our chemical stops along the way. And we've adopted the fusion process, but we private labeled, in essence, to ourselves, Googie Bath, Googie Prime, etc.
So one of the things you touched on a little bit earlier was that the Googie is about the technology and about the future and the futuristic the building style. 10 years ago, you wouldn't have put the two together. Today, all of a sudden, it's a totally different theme, and it makes a whole lot of sense.
Today, it's retro future, but in the 50s, it was the future. And it was a futuristic wash because it had a mechanized conveyor. It also is this is also the site of the first self-serve gas station. So there was a gas station behind here decades ago. It's long since been shut down. We're taking the exact same structure, we're bringing it, to life by restoring it and keeping it exactly the same as before, but we're filling it with modern tech equipment in terms of chemicals, the brushes, the license plate reader technology. The other thing that you just brought up really made me think about another reason I really like this business. It's that the environment plays a huge role in our lives, and we realize that people washing at home or in antiquated washes that don't recycle, use harsh chemicals and things, make their way into our water system, to the beach, etc. And by having a modern wash, we're capturing all the water on site in the tunnel. Yep. We have underground clarifiers. Purifying the water, so nothing's making its way into the environment. I want to be part of the solution.
So tell me a little bit about the point of sale, the pay station. How many did you look at? What made you to go with the controls from Sonny's, and what do you like about it, and how are you going to use it?
Yeah, so as we researched the different pay station companies out there, and as this license plate reader technology became available, I kind of had my heart set on that tech being in place, but then Sonny's was actually in the field with it, and we could have it. The other thing I liked about the Sonny's system is that it's in a cabinet that you can close up. Just being in an urban setting, I think protecting it is an important factor. And then just looking at the software and the Sonny's controls of how we can get reporting on our phone, on our computer, and then there's a lot of analytics that we can study to try to understand, what's going on here and how we can, shift pricing or promotions.
What did you do to kick it off? Did you do a free day or a free week?
Yeah, we did free washes for less than a week, and then we also have done 25,000 mailer campaign, and then we're advertising on Facebook, Instagram, and geofencing, and so people get in our top level wash, but they have to come to our website, and there's a landing page where we collect their demographics, and then they get a QR code, and then come in and the machine reads it, and they get a free wash. And then we have a follow-up email, and then a survey, and then they come back after the survey with a 50% off coupon.
It's been a great conversation. I think the only thing left to talk about is a little bit what's in the future for Googie's.
Our future is bright. We want to expand, and we want to get at least to 10 washes in this MSA. We're also in process in other states, and our plan is to expand the brand. We have already created architecture that is similar to this, but also modernized, so it takes full advantage. We do a great job.
Great. That's fantastic. I think it's great to have you in the industry and going out there to try to brighten up the future and make people happy. I think it's a great way to do a living.
One thing that's really nice that I like, Anthony, is that people leave here happy. To be part of that and creating a little bit of joy for people is a great thing. And you might be the only bright spot in that person's day. So just know, if you've smiled at someone and said thank you, you've had an impact. Even if you didn't get a visual or an audible response, just know that you made a positive difference. And it could have been all the difference in the world for what's going on in that person's life.
With a commitment to saving an architectural form like this one here, as well as dedicating themselves to the latest car wash technology, Googie Car Wash is a great example of brand consistency that is planning for the future. Thanks to Dan Kassel for hosting us here at Whittier, California. And as they say here at Googie Car Wash, the future is bright. Thanks for joining us, and as always, good luck and good washing.